really interesting visions this morning. So spirit often speaks in symbolism, and I had an image of a bay at night, and I could see the outline of, a little hill, and then on the bay there's lots of little boats, and I know that they're little boats because they're just little specks of light. And what they were saying to me is like, choice is a thing, but it's also not really a thing, right? So the one true choice is between love and fear. Every time that we choose fear, we are just choosing a redo of a lesson that's already been sent to us. So the boats were like, the lights were going out, like ping, 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 ping. I saw visions of like soggy maps, like as in like, oh, there's another time it's not worked out. And then there's just one boat on the bay that has its light shining bright to be like, that is the way, that is the way. And when we can't see the path, like this analogy that Spirit gave me of nighttime, when we can't see the path, we can see what's not the path, right? We can see the ways that we can't move forward. So if we, for example, were walking through somewhere at nighttime and we saw a wall and we just kept walking into the wall, that would be obviously not the right direction. And yet, in our personal lives and our choices that we make as souls, how many times do we walk up against that same wall? And it takes a lot of courage to do something different. Our patterns are very ingrained in us, but they're meant to be challenging. They're meant to be tricky. This is about growth. They are like, the tests are not meant to be a breeze. We can only do things easily when we already know. Why would we come here to do things that we already know? We're here to challenge ourselves, right? And what I know about this boat analogy is that whilst there's many different like remixes of the path that we keep getting put towards, our soul knows exactly where we're meant to be. Our soul knows the direction of travel here. And it's interesting because I'm working on something right now, and everywhere that I am not meant to be, the door has like closed, and that's a good thing. And I got another image, and this is funny, like Spirit's really funny, like see the joy that kids have, and like kids just like see a cartoon and they're like, oh yeah, like that's exactly how it would be, and it's nothing like it would actually be. This is the joy that Spirit has. So another symbolic vision, and it's like I got a vision of like a person, I guess it's me, and walking forward, and like the legs and the arms are like jelly, right? They're kind of wavy, and they're just like walking with like pure flow, like through all these doors that keep opening and opening and opening. And like this is about this realization that I'm having, to be like, walking towards the things that are meant for me is like easy flow. And they just keep telling me this again and again, and I am coming into a state of belief and surrender, and it's exciting. And I am handing my nervousness over to Spirit to say, show me how to do this. Trust, complete trust, show me. And I know that they will. And since I set the intention, I have received so much like concrete information about my goal. Interesting also being a student of astrology, and everything that I'm getting like intuitive hits on, downloads, messages. Then like it seems like later in the day, I'm like looking at my natal chart to be like, oh, interesting. Here we have some confirmation on something that I was given in a way that is unseen, you know, unscientific, unprovable, you know what I mean. Then I see it in my natal chart and I'm like, oh yeah, that is the way. This is something that I can hang my hat on and show to my friends to be like, look, I know that I'm a bit kooky, I know that I'm a bit eccentric, occasionally nuts, very often it works out for me, but look, this is what astrology says. And I'm having so much fun on this journey. I'm having so much fun, and I'm just really feeling into like that joy of doors opening for me, and like that life can be fun and life can be funny and life can be silly. And yes, a lot of things happen that are stressful, and I could choose to go on one of those boats and be like, yeah, I'm gonna have a conflict with someone even though I know it's gonna ruin my day. Or I can stay focused in my lane, moisturize, and know that there is a really abundant future in that, because abundance is all of our birthrights. All of us. The negative thoughts that are programmed into us are an illusion. This is happening because our mind is the most powerful thing in all of this stuff. Like, look around you, like this physical existence. No, it's all in here. And like people who are not as like deep into spirituality, like people like me, still read the law of attraction. They still know that there's a logical sense to that. So something to think about. Thanks for listening. Take care, everyone.